With all of the buzz going on around the NVIDIA 30 series, the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X, it can be a discouraging time for some people when you don't have all the money in the world to throw around on all the newest stuff. Well, I'm here to show you that you can have a good gaming experience even if all you can get your hands on is secondhand or discount computer parts. Over the last month, I've been getting together some used computer components to build a slim form PC that doesn't take a huge dent out of your wallet. Let's start with the case. For this build, I chose the Fractal design Node 202. It's just over the size of the Xbox One and has enough room for a full-size graphics card, and it came with an 80+ bronze PSU. This cost me about $149 as it was one of the few new items on my list. Next, I went looking for a CPU, and I got lucky when on Mercari I found an i7 4790 for just under $50. Now this part was tricky, as I could not find a mini ITX motherboard that fit the LGA 1150 chipset, and also had an M.2 slot. I couldn't find one anywhere. But thanks to this lovely little site called AliExpress, I found a Chinese no-name motherboard that had some good reviews with an aforementioned M.2 slot. Now this only ran me another $50. Next up, I needed an NVMe SSD, some RAM, and a graphics card. I started looking for the RAM, and I wound up with some G.Skill Ripjaw X DDR3 1600, and after some haggling I got them for only $25 on Mercari. After some thought, I decided to go with a new SSD, seeing how cheap they are right now for a 250 gig, and knowing that I can always save up and upgrade in the future, I got myself a Team Group MP33 for $30 on Newegg. Now the last thing that I needed was a GPU, and for this one I got really lucky. On the Facebook Marketplace, I found an FXX R7 360. It was only 2 GB, but it was only $50, and then I was off to the races. In total, this PC only cost me $355, and it is 100% playable. After some testing, I got a stable 120 frames per second in CSGO at high. In Apex Legends, I kept 60 frames per second just fine at medium to low setting. The biggest issue I had here was thermals, and due to the poor airflow in a case like this one, I had a hard time keeping my temps below 85 degrees Celsius in game, even maxing out at 100 degrees at one point. A simple change in case or a PCU cooler would help this, but like I said, I'm trying to keep this as budget as possible. Another idea I had was mounting some Noctua 40mm fans onto the top of the case to blow out the air. And this would be a pretty cheap addition and could very well bring down my temps without much fuss. But all in all, it ended up being a good looking computer, and if you're willing to make some gambles and compromises getting used and secondhand parts, well, you might have something that's worth playing. Other than that, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, like it and subscribe. And otherwise, I'm Waylon, and this is Set the PCs.